Your regularly scheduled YouTube video, TED Talks 3, to bring you DK Vine Hall of Fame 2016 breaking news. Hello, it's me, Helmost the Dreadfully Evil, DK Vine's wretchedly monstrous E3 2016 correspondent. I'm coming to you live from my hard-hitting newsroom, the William Henry Gates III toilets at the Los Angeles Convention Center. It's hard-hitting because of the impact of fecal release. The votes have been cast, and we've got Hall of Fame election returns pouring in. Among other things. Now, for those of you just joining our election coverage, you may be asking, how does democracy work? Why shouldn't we just turn the entire Hall of Fame into a fascist police state? Now, this isn't the Mario Wiki. No, we let you, the people, vote for who should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. You cast your votes for who you felt were the 6 most deserving characters in the Donkey Kong universe. That's 1 vote for each franchise. And from there, our dedicated team of ballot counters choose the 5 overall characters with the most votes. So, which franchises are part of the Donkey Kong universe? Number 1, surprisingly enough, Donkey Kong. The series that started it all with Donkey Kong Country. From there, we also had Donkey Kong Land, Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, the Pegging Games, and Donkey Konga and Jungle Beat. The characters in Jungle Beat were so fresh that none of them have ever been inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think the Jungle Beat team is here right now, making a brilliant new character. Number 2, Banjo. Spinning out of Diddy Kong Racing, the character Banjo teamed up with Kazooie and taught life lessons to children the world over, such as always murder the innocent so long as it's mildly convenient. The original game, Banjo-Tooie, Grunty's Revenge, Banjo Pilot, Nuts and Bolts, and mobile games. You remember the mobile games, right? Of course you do. They're the whole reason you became a gamer. Number 3, Konga. This cute cuddly squirrel from Diddy Kong Racing was the second Donkey Kong character to be spun off into their own series. And what a series it is! Konga's Bucket Tales, Bad Fur Day, Live and Reloaded, and the recently deceased Project Spark Konga's Big Reunion Episode 1. You know, I heard Project Spark got my old room in hell. Don't touch my comic book collection, Project Spark! It took me years to acquire the complete run of Sugar and Spike. It's in mint condition! Minus the stains. Number 4, DKU Star Fox. No, that's not right. I mean, Dinosaur Planet. Apparently, after Star Fox Zero was arrested on molestation charges, DK Vine decided to distance itself from the Star Fox series by renaming it Dinosaur Planet. The Dinosaur Planet series consists of 3 Star Fox games that were built on the skeleton of the planned Diddy Kong Racing spin-off Dinosaur Planet, featuring boss character Tricky. Stick with me on this. Star Fox Adventures begot Star Fox Assault and Star Fox Command, which continued the characters, story, and heavy continuity ramifications that began in Adventures. This is one of the many reasons that the internet rightfully believes DK Vine to be full of terrible people. Number 5, Fish and Pants. It's the Banjo-Kazooie spin-offs featuring everyone's favorite rare characters, Royston the Goldfish and Mr. Pants. Grab by the Ghoulies, Viva Pinata, and It's Mr. Pants. And also, for the first time this year, Goldilocks and Little Bear. Once again, I'm aware that DK Vine actually refers to this category as fish and chaps, but you try to be supportive of that term after getting knocked out with a Baccarat pallet in Monte Carlo by Charlie Chaplin. One of these days, I'll retrieve what you stole from me, Charles. Fortune and glory will be mine once again. Number 6, cameo games. These are the games where Donkey Kong or another DKU character crosses over into another franchise, like Lil Wayne getting on someone else's track. That's a timely reference, right? I have to try to stay hip for the kids. Let's see that list. Now, as a quick reminder, let's take a look at which characters have already been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Our friend, please play the prepared montage while I violently defecate the remains of my lunch. Mainstream media will never tell you how Molly Safer really died.
From 2013, it's Ted the Boatbuilder, Royston the Goldfish, Tricky the Triceratops, Mr. Pants the Human, and Diddy Kong the Monkey. From 2014, it's Kazooie the Reigle, Shabunga the Floating Dinosaur Thing, K-Rool the Kremling, Cranky Kong the Gorilla, and Dixie Kong the Monkey, who obviously tucks her tail up her shirt. So she's definitely a monkey. From 2015, it's Crystal the Space Fox, you, Banjo the Honey Bear, Ryan Stiles the Improv Comic, and Conker the Squirrel!
Right, so what's happened now is, during that bit, Bill Gates came into the urinals to try out the new Microsoft HoloLens. So now I've been reduced to my young Helmost appearance. I really hated this awkward teenage phase. I feel like this negatively impacts my valuable intellectual property. Speaking of valuable intellectual properties, DK Vine is now ready to make a call on the 2016 Hall of Fame. Results are coming in from our one and only precinct, and we are now able to predict that, with 24 votes, the Warpstone from off of Star Fox Adventures has been elected into the DK Vine Hall of Fame.
Oh hey, it's the Warpstone. He's a character from Star Fox Adventures, who isn't a member of Star Fox and doesn't go on adventures. So what's his deal then? Well, back before the game got its Star Fox paint over, the title then called Dinosaur Planet featured two characters, the Swapstone twins, Rocky and Rubble, who would assist the player in a variety of ways, but whose primary function was serving as a way to swap between the two playable characters at the time, Saber and Crystal. Post-retool, with Saber's role going to Fox and Crystal's role going to Fox, these character concepts survived as the Warpstone, the large, mysterious, torso-up stone humanoid resident of Thorntail Hollow. We don't get to know too much about old Warpy. Why's he got that Scottish accent? Why are the only places he warps Fox around a high-up temple and a snowy mountain peak? Is he the ancient equivalent of a chairlift? Why can't he warp dinosaurs on a planet almost exclusively populated by them? And how can he talk to Fox without the need to translate Sauria's native cipher language? How'd he get that scarab bag? A bunch of ambiguities don't make much for a spotlight video, so it's time to do what DK Vine does best. Fill in the blanks using a combination of in-game text, discarded story material from early development, apocrypha, and a heaping helping of stuff we just make up. So without further ado, get ready for some grade A ancient Saurian coprolite. The Warpstone's a long-lived fellow, his existence dating back to the ancient Saurian civilization of the Krazoa. A stone golem created from enchanted rock, he and his kind once roamed the planet in service of its inhabitants. Their awesome size and might helped them construct much of the ancient architecture of the planet, including the Krazoa shrines and the Force Point temples. His ability to warp also came in handy, ferrying the Krazoa to their palace, and at least one more of those warpstone thingies. Maybe there were more that didn't just lead to Ice Mountain. But that was ages ago. The Krazoa have long since departed, and in their absence, the warpstone we know was left without purpose. He sat himself over the Gamewell maze in Thorntail Hollow, where under the watchful eyes of his dinosaur neighbors, he would remain undisturbed for the next 1,000 years, as his lower half corroded away, until irate space vulpine Fox McCloud came along to offer him some rock candy, purchased from previous Hall of Fame winner Shabunga, to rouse the cranky old stone man after some blatant hint dropping. And so for the first time in ages, Warpstone was back to aid the planet once again, helping the savior of Sauria travel to the peak of Ice Mountain to rescue the Prince of the Earthwalkers, providing fast travel to Krazoa Palace so that he could return spirits from the fallen civilization to rescue the sidelined, trapped Crystal, and perhaps most importantly of all, opening the way to the cheat well that let him listen to the soundtrack and make the screen look like an old movie. Woo! And so it's been seen fit that old Warpy should be honored with his very own backwards-facing Golden Donkey Kong trophy. After all, nobody ever brings him accolades anymore! DK Vine would like to take this opportunity to apologize to the entire nation of Scotland for the horrendous reading of the previous remark.
Well, there you have it. The Warpstone is a Hall of Famer, and our fourth character from Star Fox Adventures to get in. Hey Warpstone, to a barrel roll! Am I doing this internet meme thing right? I don't really know how they work. Reggie said his body was ready, so I bit into it to see if it was true. It wasn't even medium rare. We now return you to your regularly scheduled YouTube video.
Thank you, and good night. Ha ha!